Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Dadgummit. Try and get that light a little bit better for you. Well, I'm sitting up here in Dallas, Texas. Made it home Saturday morning. Oh, very aggravating week last week. Had 3 drops and I forgot. I need to do my post trip. But anyway, I had 3 drops in Houston this morning and 1 in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Got them all off. Be honest with you, I thought about calling in today. And Mama was encouraging it. She wasn't helping my bad behavior at all. There we go. Got Lake Charles kicked off, but he still didn't have me nothing. Which I told him that didn't surprise me. I've been trucking for any length of time. A Tuesday around a major city after a holiday? Really? Your first day out, there ain't no loads. And our office took off Friday, so they damn sure weren't looking Friday. He said he looked Thursday when they gave me the load taking me home. Yeah, gotcha. They deadheaded me from Lake Charles up here to Dallas. 350-mile jump. He had something down there for me. And I was waiting on the information on it. Then he just head to Dallas. I'll load you out of Dallas tomorrow. Really? So I called him. Actually, I texted him first. And I said, Dallas, Texas? And yes, folks, there are other Dallases. And he said, yep. And I said, okay. So then I gave him a call, asked him what was up. They wanted all the trucks in the yard. Wanted everybody to come by the yard. He said there wasn't no money down there anyhow. Duh, Lake Charles. I told him the only thing you're going to get out of here is paper and wood, and don't neither one of them pay any good. So I said, all right, I guess we're in-house carrier for a company. Don't mind me, I'm taking my shoes off. I actually wore shoes today instead of my sandals, because it was cold and wet where I was. And I didn't want to wade around in that cold water. There, now you can have my undivided attention. But, anyhow, he got me a load up here. So he got me the information, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I went ahead and stopped and topped off my tanks, because they're predicting in the morning that there might be some freezing and little freezing rain and all that good stuff. I don't want to be no part of it. I went 2 or 3 minutes over on my 11 hours. I don't care. I got on in here and I parked up. I'm going to be sitting here a good 11 hours. My appointment's at 9 o'clock in the morning. I got here just before 10, I think. Yep, 10 to 10 I got here. So, and I'm not going to be in no hurry to go get in the dock. Well, actually, I backed into what looks to be a abandoned dock at the shipper. But I'm going to let the temperatures warm up and all the crashing and banging and smacking them up all ease out before I take off in the morning. It's going to Fort Smith. That's 275 miles away. Oh, it is what it is. Overall, I had a decent weekend, Christmas weekend. Saturday when I got home, yeah, it was Saturday. Mama made up some of her broccoli and cheese rice with chicken. It's a dish that she makes, an oven-baked dish. She uses leg quarters and cooks the chicken and rice all together with broccoli in it. Oh, I love that stuff. That's what I had for dinner a while ago. So I warmed that up and had that before I started talking to y'all. Then Sunday, she was baking pies and I was making some pulled pork for our dinner. And I was doing the pulled pork in a crock pot, and she was helping me. I was getting some of the liquids off of it so I could go ahead and shred it and put the barbecue sauce to it. So she had the baster, and I'm holding the crock pot up where it all runs down to one end, and she's sucking it out and putting it in a can. And she wanted to do it once, and that shit was hot. It was boiling hot. And she squirted me down the front. I got a big old long red mark there. Oh, I said a bad word. And, you know, it was an accident. Accidents happen. So I stepped away from the crock pot for a minute. And of course, she's all apologetic and all that. We had seen somewhere before that if you put vanilla extract on a burn, that it's supposed to soothe it. They lied. It didn't work. Told us shit, it feels like it's trapping the heat in. Which butter will trap the heat in. You have to be careful what you put on burns. So, we wiped that vanilla extract off. I finished up the pulled pork, turned it down on warm. I went and sat in my recliner, and here she comes with a can of shaving cream. Like, what are you doing? It's one of them life hacks I've seen. So she sprayed that all over it and smoothed it out. It wasn't helping a whole lot. And it finally kind of just goes away, and she did it a second time. By then it wasn't hurting so bad. And I told her I didn't think we needed to do it the second time, but she wanted to, so I let her. I think she just really can't keep her hands off of me is what it is. But next morning, I was expecting to see blisters. I mean, this liquid was literally boiling. No, Now, I've still got a good red mark up through there, but no blisters or none of that stuff. It just blew me away. And her too. And she's been in the medical field for years. Well, she's been out of it now for years, but she was in it for a long time. We did not expect the results that we got. So there's your life hack. Damn Doe shaving cream on a burn. It worked for me. Now, it was not instant pain go away by no stretch of the imagination, but it did keep it from blistering up, and that should have blistered bad. And it should have blistered bad. But it ain't even sore to the touch right now. I mean, it's a little sensitive in a couple places, but nothing bad, nothing drastic. Went over to the son's house for letting Grandma watch them monkeys open their gifts. And we cooked dinner, or had dinner over there. This year, the daughter-in-law wanted to make a couple of dishes. I have a green bean casserole that I make, and she wanted to make it. And she said she made it like I did, and she almost did. It was pretty damn good. And she wanted to do the sweet potato souffle. And it turned out good. And I told her during the meal, I said, honey, I had my doubts because she's not a cook. I said, I had my doubts, but these are both damn good. She says, from you, Papa Joe, that's a big compliment. Thank you. Well, you know, if it wasn't good, I wouldn't lie about it. I might not tell you it was bad, but I wouldn't lie about it. So, now she also did a crock pot ham, which it got a little bit dried out. We talked about that a little bit. But she's learning. You know, she's trying and she's learning. And by the same token, me and Grandma, we decided last year, we went ahead and cooked the turkey at our house and took it over there and had to warm it up and all that. Well, we've got one of them big old roaster ovens like your grandma used to have. Well, we've got one. We had not cooked a turkey in it before, but we both knew some of our elders that had when we was younger. So we had to go with that, and it was borderline on drying out. It cooked a lot quicker than we expected. And on top of that, with me staying out the previous weekend, I didn't go and do the shopping, which, yes, I do that a lot. Grandma don't like shopping, and if I'm doing the cooking, she would rather me do my shopping for my cooking. Fair enough. That way, if I get the wrong stuff, I can't blame her. I'm good with that. So I told her to get a Butterball, and I like them, and I said, I think all of them's got the little pop-up. Wouldn't you know, the one she got didn't have pop-up. So, and on top of that, she has her two little fur babies. So, we got the turkey going. We hung around, watched kids play with their toys a little bit. And then we had to run to the house. We live less than 10 miles away. But we ran to the house and let her little fur babies out. And let them out for a few minutes and whatnot. And got back, and I asked her, and it had been cooking a little over 2 hours, not quite 3. And I'd asked the daughter-in-law, I said, did you check that while I was gone? She said, no, sir, I left it alone. That's yours. So I pulled the lid off of it, and the meat was already pulling back on the legs. I said, well, it's done. I checked in a couple other places, and it's done. So, like I said, it almost cooked too much. I mean, it was a little bit drier than I like. But now also when I cook my turkeys, something I learned from my dad, so when you first put your turkey in the oven, if you'll put the breast down, which is totally opposite of how most people do it, but you will find out that the back has got all the fat and all that good stuff into the back. So if you cook it with the back up and the breast down, that fat and all them juices in there, they melt and they go down into the breast. Then for your last half hour to hour, depends upon what you're doing exactly, you turn that turkey over, and then that will get your breast that golden brown that we all like. Just another little Papa Joe tidbit for you. So it's been raining and cold in Texas. They're calling for tomorrow for more rain and cold in Texas. And I think it's supposed to stay cold most of the week. I don't have a clue what they're doing with me. I know I want to go home because I'm tired. I stayed out that extra weekend, not by choice. And this weekend was just full of activity, so I didn't really get to rest. And I'm tired. I want to go home and do nothing. Right now, I'm fixing to go back here and get me some sleep. So, with that, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope you had a safe Christmas. I've seen lots of views and whatnot, a lot of comments over the weekend. I tried to answer most of them, or at least give you a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you would, hit the like button. There's a few more likes that came up, but if you would, folks, hit the like button, even if you don't like it. Oh, no. But if you would hit the like and share with people, and I see I have a lot of folks that are not subscribers watching, please subscribe. You know, help my little channel out. It's growing. We're in February, we'll be 2 years old, and we're slowly growing. I'm enjoying it. Folks, remember, God loves you, so do I. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.